Hi there, and welcome to the new studio. It's still a work in progress, but I'm planning on mixing this setup with the traditional one you know from me, so I can bring more depth into the videos and some more better videos for you to enjoy. Now, in previous videos I unboxed and reviewed somewhat more traditional rifle scopes, but this video will be a little bit different, because our good friends at Yuma Air were kind enough to lend me this Pard NV008 rangefinder. If you're in the market for one of these scopes, please check out the website of Yuma Air, where they sell this model and many other accessories as well. Now, for the video I'll break it down in a few segments. I will first do a complete unboxing so you can have a look at what kind of accessories you get with this model. Then we'll have a run through all the features it offers. We'll have a quick look at the menu and what kind of things you can adjust. I'll mount it to one of my favorite air guns. I will show you how the 2-shot zero works. And finally, we'll have a look at some quality images it can produce. Now, the Pard NV008 rangefinder comes in this nice black cardboard box with some drawings on the side, but for the rest, nothing else. So let's open it up. Upon opening the cardboard box, we're greeted with this nice hard case to protect your investment. Really nice with their logo on top. So let's unzip it. First up, you have the part itself. Really nice, really light. Put it to the side. We'll talk about this bad boy in the next segment of the video. You get a rechargeable 18650 battery. That's nice, they included this. A USB cable to transfer all your files from the part to a computer. A nice manual with some more explanation inside, but we'll go through all this in the video. And then you get a nice fabric bag with a mount to mount it to your air gun or any other gun. And some small Allen keys, screws, and some other bits and pieces. Right, let's put everything to the side and have a closer look at the part itself. Now, with all that to the side, we can have a closer look at the Pard NV008 laser rangefinder. Now, this part is very compact, small and lightweight at 480 grams. New for the 2020 model, they upgraded the screen inside to a Sony OLED display for a higher resolution at about 30 frames per second, I think. It also has a built-in gyroscope and e-compass for more accuracy. As I mentioned before, it can be used during the day or nighttime and can be used as a handheld spotting scope, observational scope. It can also be used as a rifle scope when you mount it to a rifle or to an air gun with the included Picatinny rail. So this baby can serve many purposes, for instance like hunting, adventures, spotting, observation, search and rescue, you name it, it can handle the business. Now, on the back of the rifle scope we have the diopter focus ring, a bit like the traditional rifle scopes, where you can focus your eye to the reticle, but in this case to the screen inside of the scope. Then at the front, much like the parallax wheel on a traditional rifle scope, you have a focus ring that focuses the camera all the way down from 3 meters to infinity. On the left side of the scope we have all the buttons to control the scope and the big button to power it on and off. On the right side of the part you can find the built-in rangefinder. Now, it measures up from 3.5 meters all the way to 500-600 meters with a ½ meter accuracy. The refresh rate on the laser rangefinder is about half a second, this meaning that the distance constantly gets recalculated to give you a constant and accurate reading. Just behind that you have access to your micro SD slot ranging up to 128 gigabytes, but recommended it's 32. You have the micro HDMI port so you can output all your recordings to a video screen, and the USB. Now, the USB is meant to transfer your recordings to a computer, and it's not meant to charge the part itself. Charging through the USB port can damage the charging port or the USB port and resulting not being covered under warranty. So to charge the battery, you can better use a separate charger like this one, for instance. In addition to those connections you have here, the part is equipped with some onboard Wi-Fi, meaning you can connect your smartphone or tablet to the part, transfer your recordings or view them on your device. I'll put some links down in the description below with some apps that you can use in order to connect your part to your smart device. Now, on top of the part you can see the infrared illuminator torch of 850 nanometers that can be set to 3 different levels and can illuminate up to 200 meters, along with 3 different power levels, and you can also choose between a focused beam or a for target shooting or a wider one for observational purposes. Right next to the illuminator you have the laser reaching out to 500 meters that can be used for quick acquisitions or pointing out at something in the distance. Then on the left side you have some Picatinny rails to mount some extra accessories. The part is also weatherproof with a high rating of IPX7, so no worries using it in weather conditions. With the overview of the exterior all done, it's time to charge up the battery, not with a USB port, with an external battery charger, and I will be right back with you to go over the menu. Right, battery all charged up and ready to go, and installation will be very simple. Just open it up at the back of the infrared illuminator, slide in the battery with the plus side first, close it back up, making sure the threads are going in nicely, you don't cross thread them, and that's how the battery is installed. Before we dive into the menu, let's quickly run over the buttons you see here on the outside, because some of them serve a double purpose. The very obvious one is the one here you see. This one, simply with a long press, powers on or off. With a short press you can put it to sleep mode or wake it up again. The first button you see here, with a short press, starts the laser that can be adjusted here if you would like to. With the long press of the first button you fire up the menu inside of the screen. The second button, with the long press, I don't know if you heard the click, transfers between day and night scope, and with a few more presses like this you can toggle between the 3 brightness levels of the AR illuminator. Then we have this button here. This button with a long press starts the recording, and a long press stops the recording. A short press also starts the rangefinder that you have built in here on the side. A short press again stops the rangefinder. The button you see here, the magnifying glass, allows you to toggle between 6 or 13 times magnification. These 3 buttons together are used to control the menu inside, with going up or down in the menu, up or down in the menu, and the middle one to confirm your selection. Right, with those buttons covered, let's dive into the menu. When powering on your device, this is what you will see through the viewport. You have on top your e-compass, on the left side you have your incline meter, and on the right side you have your tilt meter. With a long press on the menu button, the menu appears, and the first item in the menu is picture in picture. You can put it on, off, or you can add a short key on or off for this. What does it do? It creates an extra viewport on top of your screen within a large view of what you're looking at. Second item is the reticle adjustment. This is used to zero your rifle scope. You can add many different profiles, allowing it to be configured for different rifles or at different distances. The X and the Y are used to zero your reticle at what distance you're shooting at, but we'll go over this a little bit later. You have the different styles of reticles. You can change the color between yellow and red, and you can save it. With a long press, OK, you exit the menu. Long press on the menu button, and the menu appears again. Third item, gyroscope. It can be calibrated or it can be displayed or not displayed. You can put it on or off. So I leave it on for now, I like to have it there. Next item, default magnification. It allows you to set the default magnification at 6.5 times or 13 times when you power on your device. I'll leave mine at 6.5 for now. You can also choose the default color when you power on your device. Would you like to have it at color or black and white when you power your device on or off? I leave mine at color for the moment. Next is the brightness of the infrared illuminator. So when you put on your night vision, this is the default setting it starts with, 1, 2 or 3. Then you can also set the brightness level of your display. I like it to have it very bright at level number 4. Then you have the range unit. You can set it to meters or to yards. I leave mine at meters since I live in Europe. Auto recording on or off, meaning when you power on your device it starts automatically recording. I would like to choose myself when it starts recording, so I leave it off for now. Next item, loop recording. You can choose between 3, 5 or 10 minutes loop recordings, meaning it makes a loop of 3 minutes, 5 minutes or 10 minutes and it erases everything before. This can come very in handy when you're stalking a prey, for instance, and you have to wait for a long time and you don't want to fill up your memory card. Date stamp. You can add a date stamp on or off on your video recordings if you like to have that. Record audio. You can put it on or off. I like to put mine on. The beep sound. It makes a very loud beep sound when pressing some buttons, but I like to leave mine off so I don't scare away any potential prey. You have the Wi-Fi that you can put on or off. Exposure. You can compensate your exposures when you're shooting in bright sunlight or when you're filming in dark conditions. I leave mine at 0.0 for now. You can also configure your language between English, French, Spanish, Portuguese, Dutch, Italian, Russian or Czech. I leave mine on English. Date and time. You can adjust your date and time here. Format. You can format your SD card that's inside. You can go back to default settings. And as last, you have your software version that's installed on your part. With the run through the menu complete, it's time to mount the part to one of my favorite airguns. Probably the whole video long you have seen my FX Dreamline in the Sabre Tactical chassis, one of my favorite airguns at the moment, and I'm mounting it to that one. But before I can mount it to my Dreamline, I will have to install the Picatinny rail first. Mounting the Picatinny rail to your part is very simple. Take your supplied accessories. First up, you have the mount to mount to your part. Plastic bag with 2 shims in it. I'll explain in a few seconds about this. You get some Allen keys and 3 screws. Mounting the Picatinny rail or the mount to your part goes here on the bottom. You have four of them. Since the part doesn't really have an eye relief, the part can be mounted much more to the back, much more to front, depending your length of pull and how long your Picatinny rail is for your mount. I heard some rumors of people that were having difficulties to zero it on shorter distances, and that's why I think they supplied these shims. These shims are very simple. They slide here into the groove, line it up with one of the holes, just like this, and you can add 1 or 2 depending on how much you need. And this tilts your part a little bit more like this, so you won't have any difficulties zeroing it on shorter distances. I'm not going to be needing these because I have rails of 20 MOA built in to my air guns, so I'll put those to the side. Take your screws, line it up with the bottom or the spot where you're going to put them, just like this. I'll maybe slide mine one more forward, just like this. Tighten it up. You can put all three next to them, just like I do, or you can leave every time one hole in between, like this, or right next to them, just as you prefer. And simple as that, the mount is fixed to your part and we can mount it to our airgun or rifle. Let me grab the Dreamline. My FX Dreamline in the Sabre Tactical chassis. Super fun of these. It makes it a very stable and comfortable platform. I also have the Element Optics Helix for the moment on top of it. Also great scope, by the way. Go check out the rest of my channel for all the other accessories, because most of them I made a video for. But we're here to mount the part to the Dreamline. Let me take a tool and remove the Helix first. Just like this. Put it to the side. Nice on the Picatinny rail of the part is it has these thumb screws for easy installation. Found the location where you want to put it. That should be about right for my eye relief. Since this part has almost no eye relief, you can put your eye straight up to this. No problem with an airgun, but always be reminded when using it on a firearm with recoil. Tightening up the thumb screws, and the only thing left to do is go out in the field and zero it up. Now let me show you how the two-shot zero works. Very simple, very easy and fast. Let's say you aim dead center and your impact lands here. Not really where you're aiming for? No problem, let's quickly zero it. Hold down on the menu button, go to reticle adjustment, select the profile you would like to adjust, for instance in my case A. Now go to the X axis, hold dead center where you were aiming before, and from the moment you start adjusting, the screen freezes and you can simply move the reticle over to where your impact landed. Do the same for the Y-axis. Long press OK to save and exit the menu. And now your next shot should be perfectly bullseye. Simple as that. Connecting your smartphone to your part is very easy thanks to the built-in Wi-Fi. Just go into the menu of the part, enable the Wi-Fi on your smartphone, go to Wi-Fi settings, look for the part network. The standard code is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. simply connect to it. Once it's connected, go to one of the apps. You have RoadCam or PPSHOW. I like to use RoadCam. It immediately connects, and there you have it. A live feed on your screen from the Pard. You can also go into the folders with some recordings. I have no files for the moment on the SD card yet. You can go back. You can choose camera, take some high resolution pictures. You can go to video, start recording a video, and you still have a setup. But that's how easy it is to connect your smartphone to your Pard. Well guys, that will do it for the unboxing, overview and installation of this Pard NV008 laser rangefinder. Amazing day and night digital optic that can serve many purposes. If you're in the market for one of these, please go check out the website of our friends at Yuma Air, who were kind enough to lend me this one to do this video for you. They sell this model and many other accessories as well. I also hope you like the new setup I've done here. Please leave a comment down below what you think of it. I thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you back next time. Bye.